King Janushruti was renowned far and wide for his generosity and charitable deeds. In his kingdom, no one in need ever returned empty-handed. His fame as a protector of humanity spread so much that people considered him a true embodiment of kindness. One evening, the king was resting on the roof of his palace. The setting sun painted the sky in hues of orange, and flocks of birds were returning to their nests. Amid this serene scene, a pair of white swans flew overhead. One swan said to his mate, "Can't you see the radiance shining from King Janushruti's body? His glory is so bright that if you pass too close, you might get scorched." The other swan smiled and replied, "Why do you say this? Is the king's charity truly so glorious? There is Saint Raikva, who meditates in solitude. His light is far more divine. He is a true giver because his charity is selfless and free of pride." King Janushruti overheard this conversation and felt uneasy. For the first time, he wondered if his acts of charity carried a trace of pride. Determined to learn the truth, he commanded his soldiers to find Saint Raikva. After days of searching, the soldiers finally discovered the saint sitting under a simple cart in a remote forest. The king decided to approach the saint with great pomp, bringing hundreds of carriages, horses, cows, and gold coins. With folded hands, the king said, "O great soul, please accept these offerings. I have come to you after hearing of your glory." Saint Raikva looked at the king and smiled gently. In a calm voice, he said, "O king, all this is meaningless. Wisdom cannot be traded, and material possessions cannot replace true generosity. Your charity is driven by pride, not selflessness. To accept it would insult my spiritual practice." The king felt deeply ashamed of his actions and returned to his palace with a heavy heart. But his unease persisted. A few days later, he decided to visit the saint again, this time without any royal grandeur. Dressed in simple clothes and empty-handed, he approached Saint Raikva as a humble seeker. The saint saw the king's humility and was pleased. He invited the king to sit beside him and said, "O king, giving is a sacred act, but it must be free of pride or the desire for recognition. True charity is born from selflessness, kindness, and compassion. It is best when the recipient doesn't even know the giver's name. Charity done with pride only feeds the ego. It doesn't bring true merit." The king listened intently and realized his mistake. He vowed that from that day forward, his acts of charity would be selfless and free from showmanship. The lesson left a permanent mark on his life. True generosity means helping others without pride or expectation. Charity done with a pure heart transforms lives, while charity done with ego only offers self-satisfaction. Your turn. Did this story inspire you? Think about it. When we help someone, is it out of true compassion or a desire for recognition? The next time you assist someone, ensure your heart is selfless. If this story moved you, share it with your friends and family. Be part of Peak Minders, a channel dedicated to spreading positivity and inspiration. Subscribe now and comment below. How have kindness and generosity transformed your life? Let's work together to make the world a better place.